Do it.
Bam, we're live. We're live. And I guess
Yeah.
gonna make us big. You're like, we're live. I gotta go over here now.
Oh, perfect. I already finished my escape plan, by the way.
Did you?
Oh, I smashed my face.
I was drinking a beer beforehand. I have half of it in the fridge, and I was like, I don't want to get too shitty before I start doing these. Oh wait, if I do, oh crap, that doesn't work. It's fine. Like I can't do full screen technically because I can't see the comments, so it's fine. I'll just leave it like this, and then then you know what? We'll just make this one regular on StreamYard. Cool. All right. Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Friday live stream. Super impromptu. No one's gonna show up.
No one knows.
Nobody knows. What? Your glass is dirty? What?
It's not dirty. It's just like as it dries, it's getting weird looking.
Oh, yeah. Mine did that too, actually. Yeah. So this beer is very exciting. I'm super excited for this one. My tone of voice probably didn't sound like it was exciting, but this is Green City. Other halves, this is part of their Green City box. This is an Imperial Stout with hazelnuts, Madagascar vanilla, and Mighty Oak coffee. It is 15%. There is something inside of my glass. No, there's not. That's on the outside. Okay, we're good. Oh, wow. Careful,
wow,
that's full.
Exploded.
That's full as hell.
Mine exploded.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's like all over my bar.
Yeah.
In my
dude,
hand.
Look at, let me see if I can show this on the camera. Like, dude, it's literally, look at that.
Overfilled.
Look at it. It's like literally to the brim, which we're getting our money's worth, but geez.
Oh, now I need to clean my fucking bar mats. God damn it. Yep.
For everyone, I got to spray this thing down after we're done here. So for everyone that has joined, other half Green City, Imperial Stout with hazelnuts, Madagascar, vanilla beans, Mighty Oak coffee, and the can's very overfilled.
Way overfilled.
And we have our Spiegelau stout glasses. Holy moly. Cheers, Kent Beer Reviews. Oh, yeah, Mike, you can't see the... Kent Beer Reviews said cheers. You can't see the comments. I forgot.
No, I can't not. I can if I think I can, but I have to like close out.
Don't worry about it. I'll put them up like this.
Okay, there you go. Nice.
Oh wait, is that is that Luscious in his picture? Can you see that? Yeah, that's Luscious in your picture.
That is Luscious. Right? Luscious, great beer.
Such a great beer.
Look at the head of mine, Sean.
How did you, dude? I poured like you.
Apparently, you didn't.
My hands are so sticky right now.
Oh, mine too. Oh, and covered in beer.
And covered in beer. This beer is. There's some adjuncts in there too.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's pitch black. So many alcohol eggs.
Yeah, it is very, very dark. There's like no red color to be seen.
Nope. It looks absolutely just onyx. Look at me thinking of those words. I'm still cleaning this up. This is ridiculous. You want to get a nose?
Let's do it. What the fuck?
That's ridiculous.
It smells like a chocolate coffee candy bar.
And it's got this lovely doughy thing going on.
I mean, Jesus Christ. It is very coffee forward, though. Like, very, very coffee forward. It smells.
You think so?
Like, yeah, but I don't drink coffee, right? It smells to me almost like someone. You know, the people that say they like coffee, but they put so much cream and sugar in it. It's like it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. That's what it smells like.
Yep. Yeah, I remember one of our friends' dad used to put like a shitload of sugar and cream in it. I always was like, what the? That's so weird.
Yeah, it probably was your dad, to be fair.
Maybe.
There was a word I used to call your dad.
Yeah, I don't think we can say that here.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, this is this smells like creamy coffee. Very vanilla, very chocolatey.
It's got a little bit of nuttiness. It's got that doughiness.
Yep. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm smelling hazelnut per se, but there is a nuttiness to it.
Yeah.
I guess the hazelnut would make sense. Usually hazelnut's a little more offensive smelling. It's very, very powerful. If this is,
I had hazelnut coffee this morning, and yeah, I guess it is very powerful.
yeah, I mean, it's not that it doesn't smell like hazelnut. It's just usually hazelnut's usually overdone in beer. This is a little more subtle and actually a little more complimentary because there is like a nuttiness. It's almost like Honey Nut Cheerios type of nuttiness. Like
oh, that's a good way to put it. Yeah,
like faintly, But I mean, it is.
There's like no roast.
No, it's not roast, but you know what I mean when I'm saying the chocolate, the coffee.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yep.
Yeah. Want to get a taste?
Yeah. Yes, please. Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
That's 15% for you.
It's 15%, but it's not like 15%. Like I think this tastes like 10%, 11%.
I don't know. I get a hit of booze and it's warming. Warming.
I get a warmness, but I don't get like that astringency, that
oh
boozy.
yeah, no, I'm not getting that.
No. I feel like my belly is saying, ooh, but my tongue's not saying that.
Did you eat dinner? Cause
yeah. I mean, basically,
it's super syrupy. It's oily.
Yeah, yep. You're getting exactly what you get on the nose, though. It is very. The coffee is pretty up there.
It is.
But the mouthfeel is so creamy, so luscious, so just silky smooth. It's a little oily in the finish, but as you're sipping, it just coats everything in a very, very sexy way.
I don't want to excite you anymore because you're already using sexy words, but one of the bottles that we have is this barrel aged.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't say hazelnuts on it though, so I don't know if they just put hazelnuts in this afterwards or what they did. But it's with the coffee, it's with the vanilla beans, it's the same exact label, but no hazelnuts.
But every single one of those bottles had something about it that was unique to everything else.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
and the cans, you know what I'm saying? Like they were
valid.
They made sure everything had something that something else didn't.
Mm-hmm. But the coffee on here, it reminds me of almost coconut PM Dawn when I'm thinking of the way the coffee comes through with like I know there's no coconut in it, but the way the coffee comes through with the vanilla, because coconut PM Dawn has this nice sweetness going to it, and that's probably why it's my favorite variant. And this is very reminiscent of that, whereas it's much bigger than that though, especially on the mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. But there's a boatload of vanilla in this, in that other sweetness. It has to be like the hazelnut there, and there is a lot of coffee. So I'm very proud of you right now.
I have a question though. I have a question.
What?
Regarding the vanilla. Is there enough for Kyle in this?
Oh, is there enough for Kyle? Let's see. Mm-hmm.
I think there is.
I think there is. Yeah. The way
just enough. Just enough.
Just enough for Mr. Vanilla Police.
Yeah, I feel like what the vanilla is doing is it's giving a big boost to the creaminess and to the palatability of the coffee. Because without the vanilla, I would kind of be probably in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah.
The vanilla is making it, and honestly, I'm getting big swats of almost like Hershey's chocolate bars. That kind of that creamy kind of a chocolate, and big notes of that as well. Those are getting me past the coffee. Plus, the coffee is not like, it's a big note. It's not like super like roasty bitter. It's just sort of like coffee essence in its flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, coffee essence. As I've been like sitting here listening to you talk and not sipping, on my palate, I was thinking, it's not like instant coffee, but coffee essence is a good way to put it. Like it's still sitting here, and I can still kind of taste it, but it's tasted in a way that it's there, but it's not there. So coffee essence is a perfect way to kind of put that.
Yeah, I mean, the coffee is so far forward. It's not doing everything for me, to be fair. But I can understand why this would be like a fucking bonkers beer to a lot of people. And for me, this is still very palatable, and I still really like it.
Yep,
that makes sense.
No, I love it. This is definitely going to be This is a beer that I want to sip on for the rest of the evening with a couple other things probably. But yeah, this is freaking. So this is the first that we've had out of the box, because we have there's only one other can that we both have, and then we have the 4 single bottles that we're going to do together. I say if we're in person next week, we have the other one too I want to do. But
what's the other one we have?
Okay, it's a live stream. We can shoot the shit. Who cares? The other one is the Ghostbusters one. Because if we're doing it next weekend, I want to make sure that's released on Halloween.
Okay. The art doesn't look like this at all, right?
It does. The other half bottle?
No, the one I have.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. Are you talking about the one that I want to do next week, or are you talking about the other half can? Oh no, the other one is like a hawk or an eagle. It's It's a Freaky Friday one. It's actually them brewing Horace Ale's Imperial Stout.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I got nervous that we were doing a different beer for some reason.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
No. It's a different thing.
We're doing a different beer, but it's the same beer in the damn can. It exploded on both of us.
It would be hilarious. Yeah, this is. I really like this. I guess. Are you getting hazelnut a lot? Like, I think it's just complementing the vanilla sweetness. Like, I'm not getting much of a nuttiness.
No, I'm only getting a little bit. Just like I said, it's almost like Honey Nut Cheerios to me, where it's just like there's like an idea of nuttiness. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily like a strong hazelnut taste. I really feel like if it had a strong hazelnut taste, it might make this really kind of unbalanced. You know?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
There are too many other really dominant flavors that if the hazelnut was a real strong force, we would end up sort of in a kind of a place where you have competing things and trying to. No, it's something that's really fun if you have like a 2-ounce pour, but you're trying to drink a glass, it's too much, you know. One of those sort of like beer fest beers would be cool, but in real life it'd be a real pain in the ass to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is fantastic.
Sorry to get back to something we mentioned earlier, or at least I did. This tastes like coffee for people who don't like to drink coffee. They like to say they like to drink coffee. You know, because it's so creamy, so vanilla-y. It's just something that is massively sweet and creamy. It tastes like someone put way too much creamer and sugar into a coffee.
Yeah, and that's kind of gross, and that's not the point of really having coffee. But then again, people that like coffee also go to Dunkin' Donuts. So,
wow.
No offense. I don't mind it. I'll drink a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Like I'll drink one of their like their cold brew is actually pretty good. I don't mind it, but and I'll drink their coffee if I'm in a pinch. But hot take, you know who has better coffee than Dunkin' Donuts? McDonald's. No joke. I prefer McDonald's coffee over hot coffee. That is hot coffee, and it's cheaper. It's only 99 cents for any size. So,
Are you getting paid for this? Shut the fuck up.
No, because next thing I was gonna be like, you know who has probably the best iced coffee for the price? Cumberland Farms. They do. They have really good, and it's cheap too. It's like super cheap. Again, it's like 99 cents any size.
So what?
McDonald's iced coffee is kind of watered down. Dunkin' Donuts is too.
How do I end this here?
But they're cold. But I like Dunkin' Donuts cold brew, and they have Americanos now, so that's not bad because they have espresso stuff. So I haven't done a coffee review in a while, but maybe next time I'll do a Cumberland. Maybe I'll do like, oh, you know what? We could do a blind. You could blind me, and you could before you come over, you pick up.
I will blind you, Sean.
You can come over and pick up Cumberland's, Dunkin's, and McDonald's coffees, or just hot coffees, and then just have me do a blind taste test. That's not a bad idea.
Anyway, any final thoughts on this beer?
No, it's just really, 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 really yummy, and I'm not surprised given its other half and how much we love their stout. So I can't wait to dive in to those bottles, dude. I went through the bottles yesterday and read them, and I know we read them before and stuff like that, but I kind of forgot, and I was just like, what the heck? Like this Thai banana, there's something I can't even pronounce in it. There's some crazy something powder. Well, not the Thai banana. I can pronounce that, but there was something else. I think Sean was about to start singing. Hold on. I think Sean was. Yeah. I'm loving it. Because you know what you got to do is in the mornings, you got to go to McDonald's and you got to get yourself a McDonald's coffee. That's better than Dunkin' Donuts. And you got to get yourself an Egg McMuffin and a hash brown. And then what you do is you take you got to try to order the Egg McMuffin though.
Joe, you did this.
Replace the Canadian bacon with, replace the Canadian bacon with regular bacon. Sometimes they mess it up though. And sometimes they give you the biscuit, but either way, then you half your hash brown and you put it on the sandwich. And you make yourself sort of like a McDonald's boot meal in a sense. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. The one thing I wish McDonald's has was like hot sauce packets, because sometimes when I go to McDonald's, I always want hot sauce, and that makes me think I want to put like one of those like sriracha things on my keychain, so I always have hot sauce. I also realized when I posted this, I just wrote like OH Green City Stout can so that I would know how to download it. And we went like, I'm sorry. And then he said, yeah, he said he's sorry. I'm loving it.
If you want to get weird 1 second, when I lived in Hawaii, I used to go to this place called Teddy's Bigger Burgers. Sort of like, imagine Five Guys, but not shitty, like not really horrible, fucking bad like they are. Imagine that.
Yeah.
It was like that. But they had way more like fun options. And one of the things I used to always get was a fried egg on my burger and a fried hash brown.
And was the hash brown like the McDonald's hash browns?
Kind of. It was bigger, but same idea. Same, but they're like that big. Well,
yep.
Yeah, whatever. And so I used to get like, a burger with like some sort of fucked up hot sauce and a big ass hash brown and a fried egg. It was fucking awesome.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Everywhere around here sucks, especially Five Guys. That place sucks balls. See, this is an advertisement. This is letting people know don't eat at fucking Five Guys because beer. Their burgers are shit.
The last time I had them, I was not impressed. I wasn't. And like even Carrie, like she's never had them before, and then we had it, and she was like, "Yeah, what's the?" I'm like, I don't know. I've had good experiences.
I'm not, and I've been to like maybe 6 different, like 4 locations.
Yeah, I'd say if it comes down to burgers, it's going to be obviously Shake Shack for me, 100%, and I assume you from all of our discussion. What was that place we went to on the way back from Beer Tupapalooza?
Oh yeah, the place is great. Wayback Burgers, they're good.
That was really good too. Like that's a toss up with Shake Shack. Smash Burger too is pretty good in a pinch.
They're good. They're better than Five Guys.
Yeah, I like going there. Like if I know I'm going to Canton and Trillium, I'll stop in there real quick and just get a burger and stuff. They're definitely better than Five Guys. And then there's Muya, which that just doesn't do anything for me.
Muya in Hudson, Mass was really good. I went to the one. Yeah, I like it a lot. I went to the one in
Borica?
Out there. Shit. Yeah. I had one burger. It was really bad. It was horrible.
In Borica, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. I've tried it like 3 times, thinking like maybe they just messed up, and every time it's been I always try the meat. Like I'll take a piece of the meat to see how the meat seasoned. It tastes like nothing.
Yeah, there's one in Hudson, Mass. I go whenever I'm going down to the Tweeter Center, and it's fucking
really weird.
Yeah, but well, we stopped. This is a live stream. We can do this. Sorry, In-N-Out is okay. It sort of tastes like when Wendy's wasn't horrible. It sort of tastes like Wendy's to me, but it's it's okay. That. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not what people fucking think it is in California. People in California don't know what good burgers are. I think
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
It's fine.
With In-N-Out, like I don't like the sauces. I don't like mayo. I don't like the way they're doing that. So like whenever I go to In-N-Out, I'm always getting it like I'm just getting like a cheeseburger with like pickles, mustard, and stuff like that. I'm never getting the onions on it or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Every time I go to California, I make sure I go. Every time I'm like, oh, I'm glad I ate here, but I don't go back.
Yeah, like I've never had a bad experience at Shake Shack. I always am so happy with it.
Yep, I even like their shitty crinkle fries.
Yeah.
I like. I'm a hamburger guy. You know how I roll. But around here for sure, Shake Shack and Wayback are sort of like the ones that go.
But there's no. Where's the closest Wayback to us?
There's Salem and Burlington.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
There was 2 in Salem, but 1 closed. There's one at the mall. It's okay. The one in the Burlington Mall is a lot better.
Nice.
I do like Smash Burger. That's pretty good. But it's sort of like they were trying to be Shake Shack and they're not quite there.
Yeah, that's actually a very good way to put it. It's a very good way to put it.
Still better than Five Guys because Five Guys is
crap. It is fine. I'm gonna agree with you.
Larry,
lines are long. Yeah.
I have never.
Lines long. Ever go to Steak? Where's Steak and Shake? What is Steak and Shake?
I think I've friends from other parts of the country that have talked about it, but I've never been. I think maybe my buddy from Texas was talking about it. I don't remember.
Steak and Shake. I'm just trying to look at the logo to see if I can recognize it. Oh yeah, I recognize the logo. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there though.
I haven't. I know I haven't.
Is it good? Hops and brews? Is it? The burgers look relatively decent. Like this one is like 3 patties and a shitload of bacon. Like can't go wrong there, really.
And as far as In-N-Out lines too long, I agree. That's generally the case. When I was in San Diego, the lines were stupid to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to I don't know, San Francisco. I wasn't in San Francisco. I was somewhere outside of San Francisco. But me and the wife went, and it was the line wasn't long at all. We went to the drive-thru. We went right through. We got the food very quickly, and honestly, that sort of makes things better. The longer I wait, the more I get critical.
The more aggravated you are. Yeah, of course. Same. So it's all the same. That makes sense. They do have a patty melt though. I do like a good patty melt.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
and
shit, Sean.
What?
If you want to have decent patty melt around here, go to that the outlets up in Merrimack. There's a place in the food court is like 5 restaurants you never heard of. One of them's like I forget what it's called, but it's a burger spot and they do patty melts. It's pretty good.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah. And they do put onions on it, but you can ask for it without, like I do.
In Oregon, 1.5 hour wait
for what?
Like. I assume Steak and Shake. Oh, for In-N-Out or Steak and Shake? I imagine you mean In-N-Out. I would think that's crazy.
There's only a couple In-N-Outs in California. I think Arizona, maybe Oregon have them.
Yeah, Arizona has one. Yep, Vegas has one.
Yeah, there's only a few outside of California.
Yeah, and then a hot take for anyone that really wants a good burger recommendation that you could probably get tomorrow. 5-10 minutes from your house, considering I'm assuming they're probably everywhere. Chili's lunch burger.
Oh fuck yeah!
No shit.
That's
not even joke. Yeah. He said In-N-Out.
Oh yeah, fuck that. That's
the Chili's lunch burger is it's weird that they don't have it on the main menu. It's a smash burger.
Yeah,
and that's the only smash burger they do.
No, technically, no. They do something a little bit weird with their pub burgers. They are sort of smash style, but they don't flatten them all out. They're sort of oblong and fucked up shaped, and they get a crazy sear. They only smash them down to maybe a half inch or whatever it is. But their regular burgers are good. Chili's
the regular burgers are actually really good. Yeah,
but the lunch burger is fucking good. I like that a lot.
My favorite thing. Like that's the only thing I ever get.
When you and I would meet up for movies, we would get the lunch there. So good.
Yeah, it's so good. Like and like Carrie always says, she's like, "What do you want to do for lunch?" I'm like, Chili's. She's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes, I will go to Chili's. I don't care. Like I will go there all the time, and I will get the lunch burger. It's so good."
Of all the regular sort of annoying chain restaurants, that's the one I like the best. and
I grew up hating Chili's. Even as a kid, I never liked it. Like the ribs are okay.
Better. They got better in the last 5 years.
They did. A lot better. Yeah. And it actually, if I had to pick a chain restaurant now, it would be Chili's because I would be like, okay, if it's lunchtime, I'll get that burger. If not, I'll get the old timer. Like,
in the old timer, especially if you do the old timer and you have 2 people, you do like the 2 for $25. You get an appetizer, 2 old timers, or whatever the fuck the burger's on there, and you get a dessert for $25. You shitting me? And you get two beverages. It ends up under $30 for lunch.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It's yeah, I love that place now.
Maybe I'll go there tomorrow before the fights start.
Just get a bunch of burgers to go.
No, I'll have lunch because the fights start at 2. They start very early tomorrow.
Oh.
So I'll go to lunch, have a fucking Chili's lunch burger, and go the fuck home and watch the fights and drink until I shit my pants.
That sounds like a good plan. I like drinking until I shit my pants.
I've seen you do it, Sean.
Yeah, you have. Or close to it.
Close to it. I've never actually seen you shit your pants, as far as I know.
Yeah. So if Oregon has 2, Arizona has like 1, Vegas has 1.
Yeah, there's only a handful outside of California.
Yeah, I wish Shake Shack would expand. That would be freaking awesome. Well, the only one we have is in Boston.
Yeah,
right?
But they're opening one in Burlington and opening one in Woburn.
No shit, really?
Yeah,
they would have through COVID.
They would have been open if not for COVID. They're if you go to Woburn, I was in there today bringing the dog to the hospital. Yeah. The sign says Shake Shack coming soon. Big ass sign.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
And the one in Burlington is on the website. You go to the Burlington Mall website, it's there. Oh, but it's not open yet. It's just still says it's coming soon.
You guys are making me want to try Chili's at the same. So they have a big burger menu, but for lunch they have just this thing called the lunch burger, and it's a special. And it's lettuce, cheese,
and 2 small patties.
And 2 small patties, thin, and then mustard. That's it.
That's nice and easy.
You can ask for more stuff if you want on it, but that's what it comes with. And then it comes with fries, and it's super cheap. And then at night, like their regular burger, they have like the old time, and they have like their mushroom Swiss burger and everything like that. But the regular burgers, they're not thin. They're like the dinner burgers are like a little bit thicker, but they're still very good. But the lunch burger, it's wins every time. You have to, Joe. Trust me, go. You'll thank us.
Unless it's one of those deals like the one over by.
Then again, I've only had it there.
Yeah.
We need to go to the one in Nashua soon.
Yeah, I'll try tomorrow. You want to get lunch tomorrow? Go get burgers?
Maybe. What time? Oregon is supposed to be getting a Shake Shack. Oh yeah, if you don't have a Shake, definitely that's awesome. If
Shake Shack, I've been a couple of them. They're pretty consistent, and they sell beer.
They do. Does the one in next to Trillium sell beer?
Yes.
Oh, I think I probably just didn't think about it because usually I just go in there and I eat and then I go to Trillium.
Yeah, no, I don't ever, because whenever I go there, it's when I'm going to like a beer fest. I eat there first.
I'm getting it within the next week. Well, again, like Mike and I said, the one that we go to, it's the only time we've ever had it. So maybe we'll test it out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to try the one in like 3 exits away from me.
Yeah.
We'll double check this. I think Chili's is pretty good though. Like I like the quesadillas. It's just pretty all right. You know.
I don't know. I don't order anything else there anymore.
I have
everything in Oregon. Everything in Oregon tells me, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Probably really good beer too.
Dude, Oregon's awesome. You been out there yet, Sean?
No.
Dude, I've been there a couple of times. This place is fucking great.
I know, man.
I love Portland. I do. I love it.
It's obviously my beer mecca place. Like at some point, like when this is all over and I start traveling again, I'm just gonna make that like it has to be a spot. I
really feel like until like the New England IPA became like a fucking big deal, and like then Trillium and Treehouse, and where Massachusetts in sort of like the southern New England area became really, really huge. I really feel like Portland, Oregon was the place to go to get beer.
It was like the beer mecca.
You know, I remember the first time I went, like 2013.
Yeah, we reviewed this if you join late. Green City's other half's Imperial Stout with hazelnut, Madagascar vanilla, and Mighty Oak coffee. And actually, that reminds me, I need to order some coffee. I'm gonna see what Mighty Oak, if they ship. I'm so sure they do. Free stay at my place. Nice. We'll go out and hit up all the breweries. I like it.
Are you in Portland? When I go, I stay with Spencer, obviously, because that's where he lives. And Spencer's like literally, like one of my absolute best friends I've ever had in my life. He's such a great dude.
Oh, one of your that's cool.
I didn't say the best friend, Sean. May or may not be the guy.
Mighty O Coffee does definitely. Yeah, they definitely have a bunch of stuff you can order online. Do you want me to order you some? You good?
No, I'd rather have AIDS.
Okay.
That might have not been appropriate.
It's fine.
But there's those jokes that we say to each other. Should probably not say to people.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this one around. Oh wow, interesting. This is like, I can't tell if you can see it on camera. I don't want to jostle it too much, but like, can you see that? Oh, let me. He's in Salem, Oregon. Hold on, I'm just gonna take the comments away real quick. I want to see if, well, anyone that wants to see this. No, you can't. There's like this like weird like. Is there like a weird film on yours? Or you drank it already?
I don't know. I drank mine in my face, you pussy.
This was the beer we reviewed before this.
Salem's right outside of Portland, though, isn't it? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know, but that'd be cool. And then what did I miss you guys? Once this blows over, we need to do a big get together. Yes, 100%.
100%.
It's actually funny. I think the last other beer tuber I saw in person was you, Joe, right? Before all this hit, because we were in Buffalo together in October, and then this stuff hit in March. And then I don't think did we see Kyle at all?
Nope.
Yeah. So I think, the last beer tuber that I definitely saw in person was Joe. Well, okay. Fair enough. Fine.
We don't live in the same state, Sean. I count.
That might be the quote of the live stream, but I'm not sure I believe Mike.
I assume it was that
20 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah. I actually think that's what might be where Spencer lives.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, he lives right outside Portland.
Shelton Brothers. Yeah, that's so good. So apparently that's supposed to be happening in October. Wait, no, it's not. In Charlotte.
We were talking about going.
That's not going to fucking happen. Well, then again, did it happen? October 2nd to the 3rd. Did it actually happen? I got to text Larry.
I would say no. Right?
He never texted me about it, so I imagine no. Then again, it's North freaking Carolina, so who knows?
Are you talking shit about Southerners, Sean? Jeez, we have fans of Southerners. Jesus. You fucking jerk.
Well, one of our good friends lives down there, and I would love to meet Brother Joe. Yes, Joe is fun to hang out with in person, for sure. October 2021? I'm looking at the site. It says 2020 because it was supposed to be in March, and then they moved it. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, no, you're right, and especially because Larry would have said, like, but you think they would update the site and say, "Oops." That's interesting. So for anyone that wants to know, the Shelton Brothers Festival site has a Flickr account.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. You don't remember Flickr? Nobody does. Nobody does.
What is it? Or what was it?
It was like a place where you shared images and stuff.
Instagram?
Yeah, kind of. Same to you, Craig. I'd love to meet so many of the UK guys. That means, in that case, we can make 2 trips. We'll make a US trip, and then we're all going to the UK. I could sit in a pub all day and drink 3 to 4% ESBs. Oh, really?
No, I've been to Germany. I've been to Spain. That's the only place I've been in. Italy. Sorry, in Europe. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to England for sure.
Yeah, England's definitely cool. I only got to go to London for one day, but and I was completely 100% solo. I had nobody with me, and I had a really great time just walking around, seeing the sights, and then drinking myself into a stupor in pubs, and just like it's just really fun to get like the beers there. It's like it's crazy. Everything's like 4%, and it's like those crazy pull taps. It's all casks. Like you can get and you can get carbonated stuff, but it's just like it's just.
I want to have a bunch of old world beers, and I want to check out Hadrian's Wall. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of things I want to do. I want to see Hadrian's Wall, and I want to have a bunch of those sort of old world kind of ales, you know.
They announced the new date. Sorry, but they ended up to the site March 26th to the 27th, 2021. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath for that either.
Well, you better hold your breath if you go, because you don't want to get fucking sick.
So, Joe, do you want to possibly meet us at Sheldon Brothers Fest in Charlotte, North Carolina in March? I just want to sit in a pub, drink some cast beer, and eat some fish and chips. Okay, I got to tell you guys a story about sitting in a pub. And Mike definitely got this story.
Mike drinks a lot, though, so.
But you don't remember it. So, I'm out in England for work, and it's this small town called Abingdon. Doesn't really matter. Right. And it was like an hour and a half from London. And then one day I took the bus and I went to London. I did all that stuff I just mentioned, outside scenes like that. But there was one night where I just went out in Abingdon. Hold on. It's probably going to get pushed, but yeah, of course it will be. It's going to be next October. And then we're just going to be quarantined for the next 5 years. And I go to this pub and I'm just kind of minding my own business, drinking, and just drinking whatever. And all of a sudden, what happened? It's all a blur. It was like 10 years ago. And then I started slowly talking to somebody, and or he came up to me and started talking to me, but it turned out it was a whole family and they owned the bar. And then and then when it was last call, everyone left and they closed the door and locked the door, and I was still in there, and I was like, oh, and they're like, oh no, you can stay. And then I stayed till 4 a.m. with this crew of people just drinking, and it was just, I couldn't even tell you what we did, but it was just the most joyful experience. I just remember just joyfulness from it. It was just
were you texting me during this?
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
I just remember I think what happened was I was outside smoking a cigarette when I did smoke, and yeah, and then it was just and then they locked the door, and then they're like, yeah, you can stay. And they're just still pouring beer because the family was there and they owned the pub. And they're just yeah, you're staying, you're fun. And I was like, okay. And it was just it was just freaking ridiculous. And then the next morning was terrible. I had to go to work, but it was still one of the best experiences ever. And again, I was by myself, nobody from the company.
They're probably used to Americans with the hats like this and acting like fucking dildos. And when you're being basically you're sitting on your stool, you're just cracking jokes. You're just chilling. What the fuck? What kind of American are you?
You mean October 2021 or March? March 2022, Joe. Definitely. Actually, if I'm making bets, I'm saying March 2023.
Ooh.
Mike and I were actually talking about this with my wife 2 weeks ago when Mike was over. We were like, how much would you pay for a beer fest right now?
Oh, socially out the ass for sure.
Fest. So, Joe, we were talking about the Copenhagen Beer Fest when we went a couple years ago. We did what you did at Shelton Brothers, where we got the early access. And I feel like that's what it's going to be, right? If they're going to do a beer fest now, it's going to be like early access because they're going to have very limited number of people to socially distance. How much would you pay? I was saying $250 if you could have a beer fest that's super socially distanced, and I'd go in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
There's no way a full capacity beer fest will happen
we paid what, $120 for that last one for that Copenhagen?
Yeah.
The early access and everything, because regular was 60. I think we paid double to get the early access.
Yep.
I would pay double that for sure. So $240.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, and the thing is, once that early access ended, it stopped being fun for me.
Well, because the problem was we literally tasted almost everything.
Literally everything we wanted to taste. We tasted everything we wanted to taste for sure.
Yeah, and then after that, I was just
Then we spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours, just I guess I'll have that one again. I'll have that one again, and it was all good. But it's one of those deals, sort of when you end up going, the beers that you like the best, the lines are across the whole lot.
Yep.
Weirdly, the last beer fest that I went to that I had a really, really good time was that Copenhagen. I like the food they had outside.
That's a very good point. it's of course, yeah, people are gonna jump on it. But yeah, what were we gonna say? Yeah, because it was outside. It was in that thing. Yeah.
But the food outside was really, really good. I remember Carrie got a sandwich and she was giving us all pieces of it. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
It was everything from old world style beers to new style beers to like those slushy beer things. And
the Shelton Fest was very similar to Copenhagen. If I had to compare both, I would say it was very similar. And again, they had the same, like they have like the food trucks were really amazing too.
Yeah, it was fun. When I came home from Hawaii, when I first moved home, I had a lot of like a sort of like not a lot of it wasn't that great at first. I didn't like Hawaii. It wasn't like I wanted to go back or anything, but it was I sort of lost for a little bit, and then I ended up not meeting my wife, but getting closer with my wife and getting sort of reacquainted as friendship with like you guys, and then the beer fest is sort of like one of those things that maybe say like, fuck, I'm so glad I live in England again. Like people are great and everything, but like it, like I didn't have a decent job for a long time, and trying to get work was tough. And the first time I went to a beer fest, I was like, oh, I'll see if I can get $60 together. Shit, And I had like, it was one of those times that it was when I got drunk at that first extreme beer fest we went to, 2012 or something.
Yeah.
2013. Like it was that sort of silly drunk where I want to hug everybody, and like it felt like it was like the early days of when I first started drinking, where everything was so cheerful and fun, and I sort of like have these childish like I have a childish way of looking at how much fun I was having in those times,
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like there's something about just the beer fest. They always have this thing to them. Like it's just, and like when we always make jokes, they were like, all right, next time we're not going out again. We always make that joke, and we always do, but we always have like the funnest of times. Like regardless of who's there, it's just we always like afterwards. It's really kind of like what's that like phrase like how it takes us or whatever, or like what it just kind of we just kind of go after we walk out of that place.
Yeah, where the wind takes us.
Yeah. We have no control of what's going to happen.
No.
And like going into the city on the train, we're like, nope, we're not going out. We're going right on the train. And we're going back home after this. We're going back home. And then we find ourselves like 4 hours later at Hong Kong singing karaoke, drinking Scorpion Bowls.
But how many times did we wish we were on that train?
A lot. Like that time I sprained my ankle. That was a big one. Oh, man. Yeah, so good.
That's something weird in my beer. I don't know what it is. Some sort of like grain.
So I saw something floating when I first poured it, and
in
I
here.
assumed it was like particulate. Can't see it.
See it at the curve?
Let me move the can. Where? Not really. No.
You don't see that?
In the that yeah. Oh, you mean okay, particulates? Yeah. I thought you meant like inside floaties.
And this was a clean beer glass when I poured it. I washed it before I started.
Ooh, this beer gets a little bit boozier as it. Is it? Someone's going for a ride tonight.
Oh, I'm already on that fucking train.
We have 6 viewers right now. This is pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to get too deep into like this beer fest. I do remember one where I was really fucked up, and I was walking down by Faneuil Hall, and like I walked into Jan, my wife.
Oh, I remember you told me that. Yeah.
No, you don't remember, but you were there. Well, you weren't there.
I said no. I didn't say I remember. I said I remember you telling me that.
No, well, and she was like, oh, I couldn't find you. I was like, why were you looking at me? He's like, you told me to come down here. I was like, fuck. And dude, I was so wrecked. I was so fucked up, and Josh was out doing things he shouldn't be doing, and you were on the train, and someone was mad at you for being on the train.
That was that night. That
Dude.
whole night was a shit show.
I don't want to get into all the
That
details.
night was so bad.
Dude,
and then I ended up at Garcia Brogan's with a dead phone and had to call my dad from the bartender's phone so that he could come pick me up. And then I had to stay at their house because I was so in trouble. Did I stay at their house? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I was so in trouble. I did. I was so in trouble.
I was at your house when your parents came to pick you up because we had dropped Carrie off, and it was so fucked up. It's so weird. And I was so drunk and nowhere near able to handle any of this. I was like, what the fuck?
Everything worked out, by the way. Carrie was really drunk too. I was really drunk. It was a fucking gong show, but it was so bad. It was so hilarious.
Everybody except for my wife was on fucking Mars. Like anything anyone said mattered nothing. Because
I remember thinking the next day, I was trying to like figure out my own logic, and I was like, so what my logic was for anyone that's wondering. So and why my wife was mad. I got on the train by myself and just left the city.
Yeah, but I remember calling you and I was like, what are you doing? Like, Carrie's already on the train. She already went home. I was like, Carrie's with me. What are you doing?
And then I remember just thinking, oh, I got to get home to my daughter, which made no sense because she was 100% safe with my parents. They were keeping her overnight. So I don't know what I was even like. I got to get home to Kaylee. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
The only reason why I called you is because Larry called me because Carrie called him. Like, it was so fucking weird. It was such a weird night.
Oh yeah, and the best part is, for those that heard us talk about Larry before, this was after Larry moved to North Carolina, by the way.
Yes.
Like they weren't still living in Massachusetts and they went to the beer fest with us. No. They were calling them to see if they talked to me.
Yeah,
it was a giant gong show.
And I assure you, I was so fucked up. There was no I don't even know why I was walking around Faneuil Hall by myself. I have no idea. Like, last I remember was being at the Hong Kong, which isn't far from Faneuil, to be fair, it's like a block. But I was there, and then I wasn't.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember walking outside and seeing a couple of people we knew up to no good. And then next thing I know, Chan was like, "Hi, how you doing?" I was like, "What are you doing here?" You invited me. I'm like, not a good idea. Like, how could drunk me now think it's a bad idea, but drunk me a half hour ago thinks it's a good idea? What the fuck? And we went to eat, and she was really mad at me because I was so fucked up, and I was not in any way able to fuck. I was beyond.
And this was before she's ever been to a beer fest with us, because she went to one with us afterwards.
Yeah.
So she knows.
She went to two of them with us, I think.
Now she understands.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember, like, honestly, weirdly, like, how fucked up I was. Carrie calling me about this whole thing sort of gave us a mutual mission, and she wasn't mad at me anymore because we were trying to find you, or they got it. But like, I remember we were trying to eat, and I was so fucked up, and I was trying to be reasonable, and like, it was almost like trying to like catch fairies. It was just like, it was a failure. Everything I did was just like buried me deeper because I was just completely out of my mind.
Remember the one we were at? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, finish your thought. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, it's I was just trying not to be blacked out, and that was so much effort.
Just trying to hold on as much as possible to your consciousness. You're just like, oh, please.
And she's like, oh, my boyfriend's in Boston. I'll go park. We'll have a good time. And then she sees me, and I'm like walking into walls.
Go park.
Like, I was fucking wrecked.
Do you remember the beer fest where we went into? I think it was the Black Rose. This live stream just turns into us telling people about our beer fest stories. But hey, we're a beer channel, so this makes sense. And we did shots with a little person. Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say?
Might have happened. I don't know. Did it?
Is that okay to say?
It might have happened.
I think Matt was with us.
Yeah.
And then remember the time Matt was?
Yes, I was there.
And then remember afterwards, we went to the bar near. We tried to go to Porter's, and then we went to the bar.
No.
They wouldn't let him in.
We went to the seafood place first and got kicked out.
Row 34?
Yes. Me, you, Matt, Larry, and Rosita got kicked out.
No. That wasn't the same time. We did get kicked out though.
It was the same time, and we went from there, and then we went to the places over right by the
Colonial Hall.
the train. Yeah, same.
But no,
time.
Larry and Rosita were with us then. There was one point where it was just me, you, and Matt fell, and so we went to the Black Rose. That's when we did the shots, and then we went to the bar near the train station, which wasn't Porter's. Porter's wouldn't let Matt in.
Yep.
The place in front of it, Maddie something, I don't remember.
Same, Sean. Same day. Same day. This was the same day.
So where did Larry and Rosita go?
They were with us. We were on another fucking planet. They were there,
sense.
and we were embarrassing ourselves. They were drunk. Larry was drunk, and Rosita was drunk, but they were sort of like, you know, like being reasonable together, and we were all fucking lost.
Yeah, and then remember Matt fell asleep at the bar, and they're like, "Hey, your buddy can't fall asleep here." I'm like, "Yeah, it makes sense."
Hey, the problem was what they were criticizing Matt for sleeping at the bar. I was sleeping at the bar too, and I woke up. I was like, "I was sleeping. Sleeping."
They served him, which was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I was.
Well, they served all of us, which was kind of fucked up.
Dude, yeah, that was right after we left Row 34.
Remember the beer fest? There was another beer fest where we got home. Like, we were actually responsible. And we got home, and then I'm sitting in the living room, and I think Kaylee was back home too. And then all of a sudden, Mel walks in, and I go, "What are you doing here?" She goes, "Carrie invited me," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "How'd you drive?" We just came from the same beer fest and got on a train, and then I think you came over after too.
Yeah, I took a cab.
Yeah.
I remember.
It's just.
Yeah, I didn't drive though.
Yeah, I miss beer fest so much.
Yeah, those are some good times, man. I'm like, honestly, like, I'm glad to stay home during all this shit. I don't want to be fucking sick. You know, there are people. No. I saw some sort of some fitness icon. I mean, I don't know who he was, but he's sort of like a YouTube and Instagram guy. He's 33 years, 32, 33, really crazy shape. He died of COVID.
Jesus. Yeah, no,
so,
I agree.
Like, you know, I'm 36 and fat and fucking retarded. I don't need to. If I got COVID, I would definitely not make it. So, you know, I work every day, and I'm a huge proponent of wearing a mask. Don't be crazy. Don't get yourself sick. Like, honestly, even the worst thing that happens is you still get sick. It's still better than nothing. You know what I mean? Even if it's close to nothing, it's better than nothing. And I don't want to get sick. I don't want to. Man, I'm a happy guy. I know people think I'm happy, but I'm happy. I have a good life. I have a good house. I have a good wife. My brother's great. I have good friends. I'm very, very blessed. Yeah, it's a borrow a word from religious people.
I was just gonna say, I can't believe you just said blessed, but the best part is this is recorded. I don't gotta freaking use that soundbite.
I don't give a fuck. I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have what I have.
I agree.
You know, and and at this point, I'm not looking to fucking leave this world anytime soon. I love living in New England. I love the beer fest that we go to. I love the fact that you live 20 minutes from me. You know, assuming traffic's okay. Yeah. And I like that we can do our beer reviews, and I have one or two, and if they're stronger, I sit around before I go home. If they're light ones, I've had 2 half pours of light beers, and I can head home. Like, I'm very, very lucky. Like, you know, I'm not successful, but I'm lucky.
That sounds like success.
No, I mean like financially successful. I mean, I'm not without my worries.
Yeah, but you're not house poor. You're comfortable. You can spend what you want. So it's like you don't need to have millions of dollars.
But I can spend what I want because I don't have expensive taste. I have expensive taste in beer, but like expensive beer isn't expensive. You know, like I don't
Yeah, it would be expensive if you were buying like you're not going aftermarket stuff.
No, but I mean, when I say expensive beer, I'm not talking about like crazy fucking bottles. Like Trillium, Treehouse expensive. Yeah. Like where I get a case of beer and it costs me over $100. That's expensive to me. But you know, I'm not in the poorhouse. But you know, I gotta be careful what I spend about certain things. But like, you know, what do I want? I have a nice bar at my house. I have the cool collectibles I couldn't have as a kid.
Yep.
You know, like by collectibles, I mean I don't mean like expensive. I mean just things I couldn't have as a kid. They're not expensive. You know, I have I have a beer fridge that a very good friend of ours gave me a lot of money, like a fucking crazy person to go buy, and it's awesome. I love it. And whenever he
Yep.
comes over, I make sure I give him plenty of beer out of it. Fucking
But
great.
then he also fills it again with beer too because he's a
Oh,
savage.
he's the worst and the best. He's a great dude. But I mean, what do I want? I have everything. I have everything I want. I mean, like the biggest my biggest worry is spending money on my dog right now. He's fucking expensive as shit because he's so sick. You know. He's
Yeah,
not
how'd
sick,
today go?
but
Oh, we're on a live stream. Let's talk about it on the live stream. But
I don't give a shit. So my dog. Fuck.
how'd he go? How'd he go?
It was great. By great I mean I spent over $1,000 and they told us nothing. Nothing. Yeah, well, it's not that. We don't know what.
So what
it
did you
is
spend
yet.
$1,000 on? Just them to look at him?
Yeah.
Fuck. They didn't give him anything? Like
No. They gave him. They gave him a sedative and they gave him an ultrasound and that was like $700 combined.
sounds right.
And then the what do you call it? The word for like consultation that was a couple $100 and then the blood test was a couple $100 and all these things are get so expensive, and it's horrible that literally to spend all this money and then say like, oh, we don't know. I guess it could be anything. It sucks, And then they walk the dog out and he's so fucked up. He's drunk and falling down. He can't get into the car, But he's, then you get in there and he sleeps the whole way home, which is good because he's usually acting like an asshole in the car. But he goes to jump on the couch. He can't make it onto the couch. He falls over. He's so fucking full of opiates.
What are next steps then? Do they give next steps? Like,
yeah, they said they're going to send us what do you call it? An estimate for whatever is going to be the next step. And I imagine if like $1,000, like, hey, it's just $1,000. It's not that much money. I imagine the estimate's gonna be like probably $3,000 to $5,000 to the next thing.
The next step would be something that's going to permanently fix it.
It would be sort of like
this is still for his allergies, and this is for his allergies, right?
No, this is for his pissing all over the place.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not like pissing, like he's not like peeing on my floors, but he's walking around. It's just constantly dripping.
Yeah.
They would have to do sort of a scope thing, go through his stuff, and there'd be some lasers. I don't know, but the whole thing was the ultrasound was supposed to be able to tell us what it was, and they say,
so if it doesn't tell you what it was, how are they going to know how to fix it?
Sean, apparently you don't know how medical stuff works in this country. They just keep charging you until you stop wanting to pay.
That's valid.
So it is what it is. It sucks. He's at least himself now. For like the most of the day, he was just like he went to jump on the couch and he missed. It was. I mean,
it must have been funny and sad at the same time.
He didn't fall over. He got his front paws up, and then his second paws went to go up, and he was like, and then Josh walked over and helped him up, and he's just like looked at us like, "Oh, I'm so fucked." You see on his face, just like,
"Thanks, guys."
And his mouth's open like it usually is, but his lips are, well, not lips, whatever dogs call lips, are drooping more than usual. It was insane just seeing this poor fucking dog. Oh. It is what it is. He's a fucking dude, the worst and the best.
No, I love him,
dude. On the way in, he was.
He's overactive. He's overactive.
That's on the way in, the nurse asked us, "If you walk him in, even though they don't want anyone near the building because COVID." So I'm sitting there walking. I walk him up like a ramp. Ramp goes to the door, but then there's a flight of stairs down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, I'm gonna take the leash now." I went to go give it to him. I don't know how he did it, but he wrapped it around my wrist and then wrapped it around my legs and then dragged me downstairs.
Holy shit!
I was so pissed. He smashed my glasses, like brand new glasses, like expensive.
What, your sunglasses?
Smashed them. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I was so pissed. I texted my wife, "I want to fucking murder him." He comes home and We have like, I mean, I'm not gonna punch him in his face or anything, but we have like a shock collar and all that stuff. And I was so mad. And then he comes out of the hospital. He's like, "Oh, I'm retarded." I was like, "Oh."
I don't think you can say that anymore, but okay.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I
I'm
know.
30,
No, I get
I'm
what you're
36.
saying. Like, it's I don't know, that sucks. And like, and Kaylee wants a dog, and I'm like, it's a lot of fucking work.
Get a small dog.
Yeah, that's the plan. Oh, and I need to get a small dog because there's not many big dogs I can get that are hypoallergenic. I can't get a pug.
Oh, you need. Well, aren't like golden retrievers hypoallergenic?
I can get a poodle, like a golden doodle. I can get a golden doodle. Like that's a big dog I can get. That's hypoallergenic.
I thought golden retrievers have hair and not fur.
I don't think so. I always wanted a golden retriever mainly because of Full House, but I don't think I can get a golden retriever.
I don't know the
difference between hair.
I don't know the difference between hair and fur. To be fair, so
hypoallergenic. The golden retriever is one of the most popular dog breeds, but it's also our wonderful pets. They're not hypoallergenic. No. So yeah, I have to get like a poodle, a Westie is another one, but I guess the Westies can be a little bit overactive. But I don't know. I really do want to get one, and Carrie's like pushing me.
Don't get a poodle. Don't get a poodle. They're bitchy and shitty.
They're what?
They're bitchy.
I could get a golden doodle though.
Do that, sure.
Yeah, and that's like the same size as a golden retriever, but it's a poodle. It's the same as like the poodle hair, but it's full size dog. Yeah, I don't know. And like even like the Westies, like I wouldn't mind like a small dog too, but like I don't know.
I would do a small dog if you could, honestly. My dog's Ray. I mean, he's the worst and the best, but you want something you can easily control.
Hold on. All right, I'm off work. Have a good one. Cheers, Hops and Brews. And then he his last minute advice: don't get a rabbit. Poops everywhere. Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, any rodent poops everywhere.
Yeah. And we already have mice in the house, so that's great.
Ooh, again,
dude. Speaking of mice, again, live stream. I don't care if we go off topic. We had someone come in and quote us like what it would cost to like get the mice, fill the holes around the foundation. Ask me what they quoted us. Just ask. Just put a number out. What do you think?
2,500 to 2,500.
Higher. $3,800.
For what? I wouldn't let them build me a house for $3,800.
The guy, he came inside. We had masks on, obviously. He went downstairs. He looked around all the foundation, looked under like the crawl space, like under the addition and stuff like that. And like I showed him where the stuff was under my office, and where we saw some of the stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we'd fill that." And he's like, "What they do is like they put steel around the foundation, and then underneath, like it goes into like a shape, so it goes where the foundation is, and then where the siding is, and that like stops them from going in." And they fill all the holes, and then they do bait traps and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, Carrie and I are like, that sounds awesome. And then he's like, yeah, it's going to be like $3,800. And we were like, oh, okay. Yeah, just give us a quote. And he's doing the quote on his computer, and he's like, all right, the quote's done. And he's like, usually we ask for half down. And I go, oh, yeah, no, we're not making a decision today. Like, yeah, we're going to have to discuss this. So then we went to another person, and they were like, oh, it's like $400. And we're like, what? But they were doing something a little bit different. They weren't doing steel, but I'm like, I don't think that matters. But then this guy told us the mice could, since they're going to plug up stuff, the mice could just die anywhere in the house, and like you may have an odor. And I was like,
yeah. But that's something I have to deal with.
That's fine, but I thought but someone else told us that they can be bait traps. They put behind things and they go into the traps and they eat and they die there. But
yeah. It depends on what kind of bait traps you get.
Yeah. But it's like Jesus Christ. But then again, I haven't seen the mouse in weeks.
Did you do the $400 deal?
No, we haven't done any of it yet. So it was funny. The $400 deal. Carrie talked to him, and then she comes out and explains it to me, and I was like, and I started asking questions. She goes, well, you call him back and ask. And I was like, all right. So I called him back, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, okay. And I got the phone. I go to Carrie. I'm like, did you miss the part where he said that a mouse could die anywhere in the fucking house? She goes, what? I go, yeah, he said that the mouse could die in inconvenient places in the house because essentially they're sealing the house up and they have no place to go. And she was like, yeah, he didn't mention that part. And I was like, he
It
told
makes
you
sense,
exactly.
It
Yeah,
makes
no,
sense, though,
100%.
son.
But then we talked to our normal exterminator who Carrie has been hiring for years to do like the spiders and stuff, which we didn't think he did rodents. And he came and he's like, the best place to put those traps is outside by the foundation. Have them go in there, and then at that point all the feeding is there, so they're going to try to go more for the feeding outside. And I'm like, I guess that makes more sense. And he goes, it's going to be at least like for something, but he's like, I don't think. And then he would also do the stuff around the foundation, but he's like, you have a lot of gaps in your foundation. And I was like, well, of course we do, because fucking home ownership is great, right? Yeah.
No, I rather rent. I'm too stupid. You guys didn't tell me.
I tried telling you.
You
Man.
lied to me, Sam. No, you didn't. You didn't try to tell me shit. You said, buy a house. It's great. Buy a house. Buy a house, Mike. You'll love it. You'll love being a homeowner.
When I was saying buy a house, I meant buy a house near us. Like, let's be neighbors. And then you decided to move to freaking Nashua.
Yeah, well, I got a house that was at least double as good as anything I saw in Lowell, and
the house right up the corner is for sale.
Yeah, but it's also for something.
Yeah, it is. It has a big backyard.
Yeah, but I have a decent backyard fenced in, and mine was about 300.
Fine.
I tried looking at houses around you. It's just they were so expensive. Like,
yeah,
whatever you guys, the deal you guys, not the deal.
Oh, we got so lucky. So lucky. Like, there's home ownership. It sucks, but it doesn't suck. But there's issues. Like, now my dishwasher has decided to not dry the dishes anymore, and now it's just everything comes out soaking wet. So I ordered this piece that's coming tomorrow. I took the entire dishwasher apart, put it in. Part of me, though, is excited because that type of stuff is kind of fun, but I'm also afraid of taking apart the dishwasher, and then, you know what it is.
We had an issue with our ice maker. Not ice maker, sorry, but like ice delivery system.
Yeah.
Like it makes ice, it puts in a bin, and then you.
Yeah, that's what I like. It inside your freezer. Yeah. That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a way for it to travel out, like the button.
Do you have an external one on your fridge?
Yes.
Okay.
But it hasn't worked since like week 2, something early on, and it doesn't. It's not a big deal because I don't really use it. I like I don't like my drinks that cold, so I don't give a fuck. I almost never use ice. Well, I mean, I like things out of the fridge, but like I don't know, ice is fucking dirty. I don't know if you know that, but ice is gross and dirty. It's very dirty. Every ice maker is covered in mold, even yours. You don't know that, but it is. And all ice, yeah, at least if that's your opinion, but it is what it is. And so I almost never use ice. I take things out of the fridge, or if I've had like a canned drink, I drink it at room temperature.
But how's it covered in mold if it's a new fridge?
New fridge.
You said it hasn't worked since week 2, so why would you think it was covered in mold?
Week 2 that I bought the house. The fridge is there when I bought it.
Oh, it's the same fridge. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, okay. But Josh and I took it apart.
No, I guess not.
Yeah,
go on.
We took everything apart, and like a couple of days ago, not week 2, but early on, and it ended up being basically the whole year.
Ah, crap! I'm losing you.
And we shouldn't have been. Yeah, it happens. We good?
I can hear you, but your video just died.
All right, we should probably end this then.
Nope, you're moving. Oh, I can definitely hear you, but I can't see you.
All right.
But no, go on. Yeah. So you talk about the fridge, and then
see me now? Yeah.
Was it covered in like green stuff?
In the past, no. The actual where the ice is in the bin, well, the catcher, and then through the path down to your glass is fine. The issue is the actual maker inside the fridge.
Oh, gotcha.
That's clean one at a restaurant. They'll tell you it's fucking gross. If I go to a restaurant
Yeah,
I
I
get my
guess
drinks
that.
always without ice, every time. They're gross. But also, like most fucking restaurants have their stuff that is dispensed cold. It's not, and I drink it fast and I get new ones. No big
Yeah,
deal.
well, you've seen how slow my water dispenser in the inside of the fridge fucking dispenses water. Like, you want to fill a whole glass, it'll take you 3 years.
It's
freaking
yeah, it
terrible.
dribbles. It dribbles like my dog dribbles piss.
Yeah, there you go. That's
But
probably a good way to end this
but
too.
when we took the whole thing, well, we took the whole thing apart. Sorry, the whole year, and it ended up being like in areas we didn't know was all clogged with ice. We took the whole thing apart, and then
Shit.
everything else we knocked all the ice off. We washed it all off, put everything back together. And now it dispenses ice.
Oh, nice. And do you use the ice
It's
or
awesome.
no?
Yeah.
I don't know if
don't
you
trust it.
just bugs. That makes sense.
Replies.
See, that's why home ownership is fun. You got to deal with those things. If it was renting, you'd have to call someone. They could come in and deal with it for you.
Well, I wasn't concerned because Josh makes cocktails. I don't. I just drink beer. I don't need ice. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I don't make cocktails either, but I use ice all the time for, like, if I fill up my Hopslater that you lovely bought for me, fill that up, and then I'll put some water in it, and then I'll put the non-Hopslater cap on it, and then it's golden. And then I put some ice in this, so now I'm probably drinking dirty ice, so that's good. But yeah, other than that, that's really the only time I really use ice. Or if I'm doing, that's really it. We should probably end this live stream. We've been going for a while.
For an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we got six people still watching. I think Hops and Brews jumped off. Kent Beer Reviews could still be watching. I'm not sure. Joe could still be watching as well. But yeah, thanks everyone for kind of tuning in. This was very, 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 very impromptu. We were just going to use this to just record the beer review, and I was like, hey, do you want to just go live? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And yeah, it makes sense. This is always the fun times because yeah, we can do scheduled live stuff, but like I think the scheduled live stuff we kind of reserve for doing something with Matt or Kyle. But sometimes it's just fun to kind of just be like, hey, we're going live on a random Friday night at like who knows when. Like for people watching on the West Coast, it was like 4:00 in the afternoon for them. They're like, oh shit, someone's watching freaking people doing beer reviews. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's watching. Thanks for everyone that's tuning in afterwards. The initial plan was I was going to edit, and Mike, feel free to ask if you want me to rather do this. But the original plan was for me to edit this beer review out of this and then kind of put it in as a separate review. But I think let's just leave this in for all prosperity. I'll rename it All Prosperity. Is that the right way to do it? Prosperity. And this is why we're a duo. And this is why when we're live, I make myself look like an idiot.
It's like
Mike is frozen, but his audio is still good. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching in the future, this is during the COVID pandemic, hence why we're doing this. Yeah, again, let us know what you think of this beer down in the comments. And yeah, I'm Sean.
I'm Mike. And this is
Nerd Sense. There's not going to be any banana because I'm not going to edit into anything. So thanks everyone for watching.